In this video, we are going to learn about Java pattern program. So this is the pattern that we are going to print on the console. These are the important interview questions where the interviewer asks this pattern related questions in Java to check your analytical thinking and how you build your logic for building this particular patterns. So by seeing this pattern, we understand that in the first row, we have only the first character, which is A. Then in second row, we have two characters starting from A till B. In the third row, we have three characters A, B, C. And in the fourth row, we have four characters A, B, C, D. So we understand that here in each row, we need to print the characters till that particular character number. For example, in second row, we are printing two characters. In third row, we are printing three characters. So what we need to do in our code, we need to make use of two for loops. First for loop will keep the track of number of rows, like it will keep the track of number of rows, and second for loop will print the characters which will be equal to the row number. So let's see in our code how to implement this logic. So here I have a class called pattern demo. Inside this class I have one main method. Now let's declare one variable to have the row number. So I will say here int row. Say we want to print four rows. So here we need four rows, right? One, two, three, four. So I will declare this value to 4 and then I will have one for loop. So for int I is equal to 1, it will start from 1 and I should be less than equal to our row. Row is having the value as 4, I plus plus, and inside this for loop, I will currently print a message, sys out row. We will print here a row. Let's print here the value of I. Now let's save this code and run now. So see, we have declared the value of row variable to 4 and we have a for loop here which will keep the track of number of rows. So we are able to print here 4 rows, but we don't want to print the rows. In each row, we want to print these characters. And for each row, the character should be equal to the number of rows. Like in the third row, we should have three characters, right? So inside this for loop, what we will do, we will have another for loop here. So I will say here int j is equal to 1 and j should be less than equal to I, j plus plus. So why this j should be less than equal to I? Because for each time the value of I will be 1 for the first time, right? And then we will have a j value as 1. So for the first row, we want just one characters. And again, when the value of I will be 2, then that time j will start from 1 and it will continue till 2. So what we want to print here? We want to print the character. So before this for loop, I will declare one character here, char, that's the ch is equal to a. This is what we will initialize this variable to a. So this character will always have the initial value as a because in each row we want the initial character to be a, right? And now inside this for loop we will print that character. So I will say yes is out ch. Now what do you think? What will this particular program will print? Let's run this code. It has printed the a here. Let's see what is the difference here. So first time it has printed just one character a inside the row 1. Inside row 2 it has printed two a's, right? Then we have a row 3. Inside row 3 it has printed three a characters, and lastly in row 4 it has printed four characters. But we don't want it into the next line, we want it into the same line. So instead of that, what we can do, we can just say here system.out.print. Now if I run and run this code, so see, with this row 1 we have just one a. For row 2 we have two a's. For row 3 we have three a's, and for row 4 we have four a's. But we don't want all characters to be a here, right? Because what we are doing, for each iteration we have this character ch as a and we are just printing it. But what we want to print the next characters. So here what we can do, we can increment the value of ch by saying ch plus plus. So it will increment the character value here. And Let me add some space here. Now let's run this code. So see, we are able to get the pattern that we were expected to print A, AB, ABC, ABCD. Now let's analyze this code. So what will happen? For the first time, the value of I will be 1, right? So I is less than equal to 4 because row is having the value 4. Then the character value has been initialized to A. Then we have J is equal to 1. So J is less than equal to 1, right? Because I is having the value 1. So it will come inside this for loop. It will print the value of character, which is A. This is what we have got here, A. Then it has incremented the character value. So now CH is having the value as B. J is incremented to 2, but 2 is not less than equal to 1, right? Because I is still 1. So it will come outside this for loop and it will print row 1. So we are getting this message as row 1. Next time, the value of I will be 2. So 2 is less than equal to 4. It will come inside this for loop. It will again initialize the character value to A. Then J is again initialized to 1. So 1 is less than equal to 2 because I is 2 now. Then it will print the character which is A. So it will print A. Then it will increment the character value to B. Then it will check J will now become 2. So 2 is less than equal to 2, right? Because I is 2 now. And then it will print the character value which will be B. Again it will increment the character value. So now the ch will have the value as c, but this time j will be 3, and 3 is not less than equal to 2 because I is still 2. So it will come out of this for loop and it will print this message row 2. So we will get this message as row 2. For the third time, the value of I will be 3. So 3 is less than equal to 4, right? Again the j will be initialize to 1 and it will continue till 3. When it will become 4, so it will be greater than I, which is having the value 3. So this time it will print only ABC, and for last time it will print ABCD. Now you can play around it. You can change the value of rows to see the difference. If I say here 5, then it will print till ABCD, right? And we don't want this message now. So I can just remove this part here. So I will just have some space. And if I run this code, see, we are able to get the messages AB, ABC, ABCD, ABCD. So this is the important logic here. You need to have two for loops. One for loop will keep the track of number of rows, and second for loop will print the number of characters equal to the number of rows. For example, in the second row we will have two characters. And here you can change the character value as well. Let's say you want to start from P. In that case, what will happen? Let's run this code. See, now you will be able to get as P, PQ, PQR, PQRS, PQRST in any different pattern. You can have this code now. Another pattern we can implement here. Let's see the second pattern as well. So inside this pattern, what we want to do, we don't want to start each row from A. Like we want in first row only A, in second row only the second character two times, and in third row third character three times, in fourth row we want fourth character four times. So the number of characters is equal to the number of rows, but the character is same, right? How we can implement this particular logic? Let's see in the code. Now we don't want each row to start from A, right? Because in the previous pattern, we were starting each row with the character A. But in this pattern, we want each row we start with different characters, right? So I don't want this particular statement here. I will copy this statement from here. I will paste it here. Only the first character I want as A. It will be initialized only a single time. Then I need the first for loop, right? To keep the number of rows. So this for loop will be required. And inside the second for loop, I will have the same logic because I want the characters to be equal to number of rows. Like, because in the first row, we will have one character, second row, two character, third row, three character, fourth row, four characters. So I need this particular for loop as well. Only the content will change inside this for loop. Now I don't want to increment the value of plus plus here. So what I will do, instead of here, I will just print this particular thing outside this for loop and inside the outer for loop, right? I don't want this particular increment to happen in the inner for loop. And here I will say character plus plus. Let's save this code and run now. So see, we are able to get the pattern that we were expected to print. So by changing only two statements, we got this particular pattern. What we have changed? We have declared the character outside the for loop. So only a single time it will be initialized. And inside this for loop, we are just printing a character. And when it's come outside of the for loop, we are incrementing it. Let's analyze how this code is working. First time I will be equal to 1. So 1 is less than equal to 5, right? Because row is having the value as 5. So j will be equal to 1 and j is less than equal to I, right? Then it will print the character. So character is currently having the value as A. So it will come outside of this for loop and then it will increment the value of character to B. Now the character is B. Then the for loop will come inside this, then it will print only B. Again, once it come out of this for loop, it will increment the value to C, then it will print 3 times C, then 4 times D, 5 times C. Similarly, you can change the characters also. If I say a P and run this code now, then it will give us the pattern PQRST. So I hope you understand how to build the logic to write the code for this particular patterns.